I'd love to get your perspective on what the similarities and differences you're seeing from like the browser revolution, having everything on the internet, and now what we're seeing with the AI. Because you saw both, you kind of have a good perspective on both. I would love to get, your thoughts on that.
Yeah, well, first trying to get online and trying to use one of those early browsers. And if any of your listeners recall, DOS, you
Mhm.
know, it was really labor intensive and it was kludgy at best. And then as the technology evolved and the dial up to cable modems to now the pipe being so fat with Wi-Fi and just speed, it's changed everything. And the GUI interface to now really incredible technology. And I was with IBM. I was a sales executive with IBM Global Services back in the late 90s and the early 2000s. And I saw what people had to invest, $1 million in a mainframe data centers. And the technology has evolved and the prices have dropped exponentially. Now, what you can do with AWS with a $20 per month Claude or chat subscription and
Mhm.
all these online apps, CRM, it's really brought the power to salespeople, power to organizations, and it's really been a democratic process. And
Mhm.
the democratization of sales with 4 pennies and being really mindful of not going down the IT tech rabbit hole and being just is there business value for these apps? But the power that a CRM system, Salesforce, HubSpot, Odoo, it's really amazing. But the other amazing thing is how many sales organizations, sales leaders are still Flintstones. They're not
Mhm.
Jetsons. And some are scared, some don't understand it. Hire an AI thought leader like yourself, someone who can, I like the buyback rate. If my hourly rate is X and I can pay someone 25% of my buyback rate for an organization, a sales leader, a C-level executive, it makes no sense for me to build it. I'm going to buy that skill.
Yeah.
But you can buy those skills for pennies on the dollar through some of the gig apps like Upwork, and I've used that, and I've got thought leaders around the world for knowing my buyback rate for these technologies on CRM, learning management systems. I don't want to do that. I want to focus my time where I have the most impact and the most ROI for my time and for our top line and bottom line, which is selling and training coaching.